All right, guys. So I wanted to go over the review and just do the work for you live, to help you out most effectively. Some people are doing a really good job with the CUDA works, and some people struggled. So I wanted to make sure I went over every single one of these problems. The first one is a slam dunk, so everybody should be getting that one right. X is less than or equal to -2, so it's a closed circle on -2 and shade to the left because we want numbers less than -2. Now, please pay close attention for 2 and 3 because um, every year I see mistakes in this in the Algebra A level, so please make sure you pay attention. So for number 2, -1 is being multiplied to y, so we divide both sides by -1. Now, I apologize for my writing. I'm using the mouse, so just bear with me if it's not the neatest. So the -1s would cancel. We have y. But we have to flip the inequality sign because we divided by a -1. Remember, anytime you're solving an inequality, if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you got to flip your inequality sign. So that is our final answer to the inequality. Y is actually greater than, and that's going to become a -9. Okay? So now I'm going to do the graph right below the graph because I did some work here. It's going to be an open circle on -9 and shade to the right because we want values greater than -9. Okay? Number 3. Um, again, this is something where if you don't do it, you're probably going to make a mistake. So please make sure you rewrite the inequality if x is on the right like it is right here. We should rewrite this as x is less than or equal to 5. We don't even have to solve it. We're just rewriting it. Because people sometimes make mistakes when the variable's on the right. So we want to rewrite it so the variable's on the left. And notice when we rewrite it, we're still saying that x is the smaller item because the alligator, if we call the inequality sign the alligator always eats the bigger thing. So it's still going to eat 5 if we rewrite it. So that's going to be a closed circle on 5 because it's less than or equal to, and shade to the left. Okay? Number 4. Draw a line through the inequality sign. This is a simple one. Since -4 is being added to x, we add 4 to both sides because adding -4 is like subtracting 4. Okay? We don't have to worry about flipping the signs or anything because we're doing addition. So x is less than +3. Okay? Open circle on 3, shade to the left. Halfway there. Number 5. Okay? We're solving here for x. 6 is being multiplied to x, so we divide both sides by 6. Remember, inequalities are just like equations in terms of the way you solve them. Okay, so we get x is greater than or equal to -7. I'm going to pause for a second. Do we flip the inequality sign right now? Think about that. 5 seconds. Okay, so what's the answer? The answer is no. We do not flip the inequality sign because the 6 we were dividing by is positive. Okay? It's only if we multiply or divide both sides by a negative number we flip the inequality sign. So it's going to be a closed circle on -7, shade to the right. Okay? So there's 1 through 5. I'm going to clear this off right now, so please make sure you write down any answers. And if you haven't been doing so or fixing them on your paper, you could pause the video right now to make sure you get the correct answers. Okay? So again, if you need to, pause the video. But in about 3 seconds, I'm going to erase all this. Okay. So now moving on. Last 3 problems. Okay? Remember, you didn't have to do 9 or 10 for last night's assignment. Okay? So for number 6, again, x is being, not again, but x is being divided by 3. So we do the opposite and multiply both sides by 3. These will cancel. X, we don't flip the inequality sign because we multiply both sides by a +3. Okay? And there's an example of that right over here. That's why I do those examples for you on that page. So x is less than -6. Okay? That's going to be an open circle on -6, shade to the left, because we want numbers less than negative 6. Number 7 is a tricky one, okay? So we have to solve for x first. The x is actually on the right-hand side. And right now it's being multiplied by negative 5. So we want to divide both sides by negative 5. Okay? Now, I'm going to continue over here. I do recommend doing these on a separate sheet of paper. I'm just doing them on here so you can see the exact problem. But we're going to go left to right. So over here we get negative 9. I do have to flip the inequality sign because we divided by a negative number. Okay, so the sign's got to flip. And that's our final answer for the inequality. But remember, if you look at that, x is on the right. So we want to rewrite it so that x is on the left. That way we graph it correctly. Okay, and if I rewrite that, I still want to make sure I say x is bigger. So there you go. Okay. I don't call that flipping. Some kids would. I call that rewriting. Flipping the sign occurred at this step from left to right. When we divided by negative 5, that's where we flip the sign. Okay? But let me just clear it off so you can see a little better. That would be, apologize for the dog there. That would be a open circle at negative 9 and shade to the right because we want the values greater than negative 9. So you hear my dog and you might continue to hear him, so I apologize for that. Now, the last one, number 8, that will not be on Wednesday's quiz. But if you could do number 8, you're awesome. And that's actually what you're going to do after the quiz on Wednesday. So this, and just again, now you'll make the connection that these are just like equations. The first thing we have to do is isolate the negative 3x because that's the term that has our variable in it. So we want to add 2 to both sides. This is a two-step inequality. Okay? These cancel. We go left to right. I'm going to continue up here, though. Normally, I continue down here. Negative 3x. The sign's going to stay the same because we just added 18. Now, to finish it, we got to get rid of this negative 3 being multiplied to x. We divide both sides by negative 3. Since we divided by a negative, got to flip that inequality sign. Okay? So final answer for that one is x is greater than or equal to negative 6. So if I use a different color here, just so you can see a graph a little better, that would be a closed circle on negative 6. And we want values greater than negative 6, greater than or equal to. So we shade to the right. Okay? So hopefully you found this review lesson helpful versus just looking at the key. I'll also post a key so you can see that, just the answers, but hopefully it's a little bit more active for you in terms of doing the problem so you can see exactly what's being done. So if you have any questions, please email myself, Mr. Pippage, or Mrs. Snyder, and we'd be glad to help you in preparation for your quiz on Wednesday. Don't wait till Wednesday. Ask today. All right? Thank you very much. Make sure you follow directions posted in Google Classroom for the rest of the assignment, and have a fantastic day.